Respected dear sadhakas, welcome. Last 3 days for our SRIMAD Bhagavatam Maha Purana Adhenam. It will be followed by 5 more days to study the Mahatmyam. I am sure at least few of you might be finding it to be a great, grand, glorious, divine journey from the first sloka of Mahatmyam through every skandha, every sloka, every chapter, every of the topic, at least we have uttered, chanted through our mouth. How much we studied, how much we have understood, how much we have grasped, how much we have imbibed, how much we have retained, how much we remember, how much of it we have practiced. Although these all steps are there for us to cover, but in this Kali Yuga, the fact that we have made one round of Bhagavatam every shloka itself is of a great, great blessings. And we are going through our prarabdha that can't be avoided. But this study of Bhagavad Purana definitely invokes immensely the blessings of the Lord and entire avatars of Bhagavatam, all the gurus, all the Bhagavata Purana Sthita Maha Bhagavatas, Rishi, Muni, whatever. And then definitely it has given an idea as to, as a human being with all the capacities, resources given, what should be the final goal to be reached and what should not be involved in to avoid our own downfall and samsara. A picture must have come to us. Again, in this regard also, how much therefore truly we are avoiding those doings which take us to samsara, truly we are doing those which take us to moksha. Again, it is a subjective thing. It also takes more convictions, more and more, conscious attempts and efforts. This will all go on happening. But if you have full faith in God and Guru, definitely they will enhance our sadhanas both of Vyatireka, giving up the binding ones, and we are taking up and doing the ones which liberate us. And finally, right from beginning, what is said in Bhagavad Purana is there is the Lord. That Lord who is there is everywhere there. Therefore, worship Him there and worship Him everywhere. That Lord who is there and who is everywhere, it is very much there here in your own heart. So there you find your identity with Him. Satyam param dhimahi. Then projita kaitava parama dharmaha. The supreme dharma of bhakti and sharanagati. And then the dhyana on parama satya. To such an extent that the dhyata me, the instrument of dhyanam, the antakarana, both dissolve in that dheya vastu satyam jnanam anantam brahma. So good. And to our fortune, what was complementing with this subject of Bhagavata was, in fact, were our Ramayanas also. See, during this Bhagavata class of 1109 days, we have done along with it total Valmiki Ramayana study of 24,000 shlokas. Total Tulsi Ramayana Parayanam we have done. Of Adhyatma Ramayana, we have come up to Yuddha Kandam and many other Prakarana Granthas like Prashnottaram, Maniratnamala or Ratnamalika. Even these great texts also we went on studying along with some stotrams like Satsang. Without Satsang, around 600 stotrams we have chanted, around 80 to 90 ashtottaras we have chanted. Now, all of this we have done not only for our own personal spiritual evolution by God's grace, but also for the spiritual evolution of the entire universe, of all beings. Everyone should grow spiritually. And also, beginning May, we have done the Sankalpa, especially during Ramayana starting. August 5 it was, 2020. And that Sankalpa was for everything. For the Rama Mandira, for in Ayodhya, for complete Shiva Mandira in Kashi, for a complete retreating back and taking back of our Mathura temple. And as many temples as they were destroyed by them, they all should come back to us. This was the Sankalpa. Then in every temple, beautiful pujas should go on in the interest of the universal, spiritual and the outside growth. Then none should put their eye again to destroy or touch any of our temples for the eternity. Anybody even thinks that, they themselves should be punished by the Lord. Then we said, not only that, wherever the mandiras are there in the whole universe or the world, everywhere the upasanas, pujas, by the pujaris, by the bhakta should be done so beautifully well done that the Lord should appear for everyone. Then we said the Sankalpa is ki in everyone's heart it should be a temple. There everybody should discover the Bhagavan in it. To that we also have added two more Sankalpas, that the Sanatana Dharma Vedic Samskriti, for which the support substratum Adhara is Adhyatmika Shastras. Let the entire Shastra Jnana spread to the whole world so that everyone knows the glory of Sanatana Dharma, glory of Adhyatmika Marga, and everyone does sadhana knowingly and grow spiritually and not destroy on the name of growth through the Bhautikavada materialism. Then also we said there should be peace and all. Let all the saints and sages, Brahmanas, Mahatmas, all the sadhakas, bhaktas be protected all the time by Bhagavat Kripa, and Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjana Shantimapnuyat, Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhyaha, Muktascha Jnana Vimochayetu. So these were the sankalpas we took to do the adhyanam of all these big shastras. Same was with Bhagavata also, and definitely Bhagavan will bless, because it is not only we, thousands of thousands lakhs are doing not only mere sankalpa, but practically, physically, they are working hard in the reinstating, re-establishing of Sanatana Dharma outside as well as inside the hearts of everyone. So may all this be watched by Bhagavan Narayana. He knows our innocence and purity and simplicity. Even if we are not pure, may He make us pure, our intentions pure. May He bless all of us with the results in all these sankalpas. Now let us join 3 more days only, today, tomorrow, day after. Today we'll try to complete our 12th chapter, 12th Skandha. One more chapter is there, 2 days we'll study. Then we will do our 63rd chapter of the 10th Skandha Uttarardham, where we will see the Lord Krishna and Bhagavan Shankara, both of them having a yuddha. In that, for the sake of Banasara, whom Lord Shiva has blessed, for some time he fights with Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Thereafter, the two important topics in this chapter, along with Yuddha, are that the Shaiviya Jvara, doing great stuti of Bhagavan in 5, 6, 7 slokas. Beautiful. Brahma Tatma, Atma Tattva is revealed in that. Thereafter, Bhagavan Shiva himself, around in 8, 10 slokas, he also does the stuti of Lord Krishna. So these are very powerful, important topics that are in that 63rd chapter. As it comes to Adhyatma Ramayanam, we will see today Vibhishana, when Bhagavan asks for the Vara, what he asks, we saw yesterday, we little more elaborate. Then Bhagavan does Lanka Raja Abhishekam, Rajya power Abhisheka to Vibhishana. Then all of them think, plan what to do, how to cross ocean. In the meantime, Bhagavan with bow and arrow threatens Samudra Deva that I will dry you off. Then Samudra Bhagavan coming, and Rama and Samudra Samvada, that all is covered in that third sarga of the Yuddha Kandam. So these are the topics today to cover. All these 3 classes followed by Ashtottara Shatanamavali. So let us start with all joy and devotion, thanking the God, extending that contentment inside, having contentment inside, extending the deep gratitudes for Lord and all Gurus who have blessed us with this opportunity. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sachidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा अपरैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यते कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवण त्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो नमः, ऋषिभ्यो नमः, मुनिभ्यो नमः, गुरुभ्यो नमः, ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः, आचार्येभ्यो नमः, भक्तेभ्यो नमः, साधुभ्यो नमः, साधकेभ्यो नमः, तीर्थेभ्यो नमः, क्षेत्रेभ्यो नमः, नदीनदेभ्यो नमः, शास्त्रेभ्यो नमो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो मत्स्याद्यवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो दशदिक्पालकेभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीदत्तात्रेयदक्षिणामूर्ते हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। मातापितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। श्री आद्यशङ्कराचार्यवर्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्तभगवद्भागवत दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां साधनानां शास्त्राणां गुरुपरम्परायाः देवतापरम्परायाः पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगतिद्वारा विश्व शान्तिकल्याणैकता प्राप्त्यर्थम् अस्मिन् कर्मणि ये भक्ताः साधकाः धर्मसंस्थापकाः कङ्कणबद्धाः तेषां सर्वेषां बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्ननिर्मूलनद्वारा शक्तिसाधना सम्पदा सानुकूल्यतानां प्राप्तिद्वारा धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीमद्भागवतमहापुराणशास्त्रस्य द्वादशस्कन्धस्य दशमस्कन्धस्यापि पारायणमध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ द्वादशस्कन्धः ओमाभासश्च निरोधश्च इयतश्चाध्यवसेयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते। ओम अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः सूत उवाच। Friends, we are into this 12th Skandha, 12th chapter. Sutaji, having completely explained all the 12 cantos, 12 skandhas, the contents, the avatars, the Leela stories, the bhaktas, and gist of what it is. Now, toward the end, after this, only there will be Purana Sankhya, each Purana, and again little more. Bhagavat Mahatmya. Here also, in some 15-20 slokas, exclaiming to us the Bhagavata Mahatmya, the greatness of the theme of it. Again, we need a special, concentrated, pure heart, mind, intellect all together to grasp the meaning and the purpose for which he is saying all this. And all that is what? Again and again, visit Bhagavata Shastra and all the Kathas, Avataras, Leela Bhagavan, so that the Mahima of Bhagavan is thoroughly known by we, the human minds, intellects, and become Bhakta of Bhagavan and allow Bhagavan to totally enter into us and take care of us completely. And we, through that Bhagavad Tattva Dhyana, discover from the Tattva Drishti our oneness identity with the Lord. For this purpose, all these beautiful shlokas are being spoken to us by Sutta Mahamuni. Why not chant them today once? Let us see how much we can do. Let us do from 47th mantra onwards, even though we have done 51 shlokas. Start. Sutta Vacha Homa Sankirtyamano. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. So we have yesterday touched some portion of the Mahima of this Bhagavata Purana after entire 12 skandhas essence is given to us by the great Sutha Mahamuni through the Shaunakadi Rishi. Let us chant from the mantra 47, even though up to 51 we have seen. Enjoy that chanting. Try to be in the present, involved in the chanting. If you can understand the meaning, revel in it. If not, revel in the ucharana of the mantras itself. You yourself also chant wherever we are. If not vocally, if not permitted, because situation around, at least in the mind, you chant it. Om Sutavacha Sankirtyamano Bhagavananantah Shrutanubhavo Vyasanam hi pumsam Pravishya Chittam Vidhnotyashesham Yatha Tamorko Brahmivati Vataha Mrusha Girasta hi asati rasatkatha Na katyate yad Bhagavanadhokshajah तदेव सत्यं तदुहैव मङ्गलं तदेव पुण्यं भगवद्गुणोदयं तदेव रम्यं रुचिरं नवं नवं तदेव शश्वन्मनसो महोत्सवं तदेव शोकार्णवशोषणं नृणां यदुत्तमश्लोकयशोऽनुगीयते न तद्वतश्चित्रपदं हरेर्यशः जगत्पवित्रं प्रगृणीत करहिचितो तत् ध्वांशतीर्थं न तु हंससेवितं यत्राच्युतः तत्र हि साधवो अमलाः स वाग्विसर्गो जनताघसम्प्लवः यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकम् अबद्धवत्यपि नामानि अनन्तस्य यशोऽङ्कितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः नैष्कर्म्यमप्यच्युतभाववर्जितं न शोभते ज्ञानमलं निरञ्जनं कुतः पुनः शश्वदभद्रमीश्वरे न ह्यर्पितं कर्म यदप्यनुत्तमं यशश्रियाम् एव परिश्रमः परः वर्णाश्रमाचारतपः श्रुतादिषु अविस्मृतिः श्रीधर पादपद्मयोः गुणानुवाद श्रवणादिभिर्हरेः अविस्मृतिः कृष्णपदारविन्दयोः क्षिणोत्यभद्राणि शमं तनोति च सत्त्वस्य शुद्धिं परमात्मभक्तिं ज्ञानं च विज्ञानविरागयुक्तं योऽयं द्विजाग्र्या बत भूरिभागाः यच्छश्वदात्मन्यखिलात्मभूतं नारायणं देवम् अदेवम् ईशम् अनन्यभावा भजता विवेश्य अहं च संस्मारित आत्मतत्त्वं श्रुतं पुरा मे परमर्षिवक्त्रात् प्रायोपवेशे नृपतेः परीक्षितः सदसृषीणां महतां च शृण्वताम् एतद्वः कथितं विप्राः कथनीयोरुकर्मणः माहात्म्यं वासुदेवस्य सर्वाशुभविनाशनं य एवं श्रावयेत नित्यं यामक्षणमनन्यधीः श्रद्धावान् यो नुशृणुयात् पुनात्यात्मानमेव सः द्वादश्याम् एकादश्यां वा शृण्वन्नायुष्यवान् भवेत् पठति अनश्नन् प्रयतः ततो भवति अपातके पुष्करे मथुरायां च द्वारवत्यां यतात्मवान् उपोष्य संहिताम् एतां पठित्वा मुच्यते भयात् देवताः मुनयः सिद्धाः पितरो मनवो नृपाः यच्छन्ति कामान् गृणतः शृण्वतो यस्य कीर्तनात् रुचो यजूंषि सामानि द्विजोद्धीत्यानुविन्दते मधुकुल्याः घृतकुल्याः पयःकुल्याश्च तत्फलं पुराणसंहिताम् एताम् अधीत्य प्रयतो द्विजः प्रोक्तं भगवता यत्तु तत्पदं परमं व्रजेत् विप्रोधीत्याप्नुयात् प्रज्ञां राजन्यो दधिमेखलाम् वैश्यो निधिपतित्वं च शूद्रः शुद्धेत पातकात् कलिमलसंहति कालनोऽखिलेशः हरिरितरत्र न गीयते ह्यभीक्ष्णम् इह तु पुनर्भगवान् शेषमूर्तिः परिपठितोऽनुपदं कथाप्रसङ्गैः तमहमजमनन्तमात्मतत्त्वं जगदुदयस्थितिसंयमात्मशक्तिं द्युपतिविरजशक्रशङ्कराद्यैः दुरवसितस्तवमच्युतन्नतोऽस्मि उपचितनवशक्तिभिः स्व आत्मनि उपरचितस्थिरजङ्गमालयाय भगवत उपलब्धिमात्रधाम्ने सुरऋषभाय नमः सनातनाय स्वसुखनिभृतचेताः तद्व्युद्यस्तान्यभावोऽपि अजितरुचिरलीला कृष्णसारः तदीयं व्यतनुत कृपया यः तत्त्वदीपं पुराणं तमखिलवृजिनघ्नं व्याससूनुन्नतोऽस्मि तमखिलवृजिनघ्नं व्याससूनुन्नतोऽस्मि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे द्वादशोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। See, Haraye Namaha. That mantra, if continuously or chanted, even without being aware, during that patitaha, skalitaha ityadi, that itself also removes all our papa. That is the beautiful thing was seen yesterday, day before. From that onwards, we are given about the Mahima. What 5 6 slokas we have already seen. Just browse through that. While doing so, see to it that the meaning is caught. How much ever gurus, acharyas speak, it is we, the audience, or bhaktas, or shrotas, jignasus, who have to also show our sincerity. Mm, mm, mm. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Mhm. 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 Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari. Yeah, somebody say, is it okay? Skype में I can't listen. Little bit sound, okay? चल रहा है? Thank you. Very, very sorry. Not in my control. Huh. Such a clarity here Sutaji is giving us. So, Sankirtyamanaha Bhagavan Anantaha Shrutanubhavaha Chittam Pravishya Ashesham Vyasanam Vidunoti. And we all are having the vyasanam of difficulties, dukkhas, so many of guilts, regrets, insufficiencies, discontentments, what not if we list them all. But with the arrival of the Lord in our heart through this bhakti, He does some or the other jadoo by which we start recognizing, finding that joy in ourselves, the contentment in ourselves. Because that fullness will be felt with that devotion. Because प्रेम में भक्ति में संपूर्णता होता है. So the ordinary love also gives us some contentment whenever we have for someone or get from someone. But when that is to the Lord Himself, how fulfilling would be our life? It will be so great, it's so great. Therefore, that all the inefficiencies or insufficiencies, incompletenesses, which give that glani dukkham, which is called as vyasanam, here Bhagavan will see that all that is removed. So till that happens, let us take the support of Bhagavan's Nirantara Sankirtana. Okay. Like that, each one of these shlokas can be spoken for 1 hour, 2 hours. So the homework for you to contemplate further. Then we go to the second shloka. After that, very clearly we saw yesterday, mrusha girahataha hi asatihi asatkataha na katyate yat bhagavan adhokshajaha. So if in our words bhagavan adhokshaja is not the theme, those words and those prasangas, those topics which we entertain ourselves or which we see or read the books, etc., or we talk to others, all of them are those gira are mursha, the waste, and the katha also are asati, the asat katha only. If Bhagavan Adhokshaja is not the theme in them. Clear? So we have to catch this point. And yesterday we analyzed how we create samsara in us by not bringing the Lord into our contacts, into our topics or into our discussions. Because Bhagavan alone is Nitya and Satya, everything is Anitya, Satya and Mithya. When we talk about it, create its vasanas, impressions, they only through the vasana, kamana, karma chakra, it binds only as though it never gives moksha. Therefore, just to feel to oneself why I am wasting my ability to speak in talking about everything other than God. Why in my discussion with people, the theme is not God, something else. So, feeling that one, keep on changing, keep on changing. Sutta Mahamuni. You after listening to all Purana Itihasa from him, these Shaunakadi are still ready to listen. Then with the experience and with the joy, he is saying all those kathas are asatu, all those giravani are mrisha waste, where Bhagavan Krishna Adhokshaja is not there. Then now we saw the positive, these 5 plus 3, 8 things. What are they? Tadeva Satyam. That alone is true speech, as well as the katha theme. Tadeva Mangalam. That speech alone is Mangala. That katha alone is Mangala. Tadeva Punyam. That Vani talk discussion alone is Punyam. That katha alone is Punyam. Bhagavad Gunodayam. Where all the time the Bhagavad Gunas are talked and being remembered, reminded. So three things: Satyam, Punyam, Mangalam. Only Bhagavat Vani regarding Bhagavan. So to the theme Katha must be only Bhagavan, not ourselves, not the second person in front, never the third person, never ever the world. तो अपना अहंकार की बातें नहीं करना, आगे वाले के बारे में भी थोड़ा आउट ऑफ फॉर्मेलिटी वी में रेस्पेक्ट हिम, बट मोर देन दैट नहीं. दोनों मिलकर any other third person or the thing we should never talk. And about the world, never ever only think. If at all, see the whole world only as God. So then what should be in our theme? Bhagavan only. What is left? Make a habit of it. This is what Mamevaye Prapadyante Mayametam Tarantite. Or Sarvadharman Parityecha Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Or Ananya Shintayanto Mam Yejana Paripasate Tesham Nityabhayuktanam. Or Manmanava Vadbhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. Or Matkarma Krut Matparamaha Madbhaktaha Sangavarjitaha. Or Sarvasya Chaham Hridisa Tame what is that? Bhagavan, as I said, तमेव चाद्यम पुरुषम प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति प्रसृता पुराणी. So many quotations from so many shastras we can say this is what is the punyam, the mangalam, satyam. Theme should be Bhagavan only. Conscious ho jana. Let any number of temptations come from inside and outside. Let us be ruthless in rejecting them. Let us be firm in doing what we have decided, that having theme Bhagavan only in all our discussions. Clear? Then after these three are done, next the 5 things are spoken. Tadeva Ramyam. Ramaniyam वही है. Tadeva Ruchiram. Tasty is that alone. Navam Navam. Day by day increasing in its beauty. That alone. Fourth one. Tadeva Shashwat Manasaha Mahotsavam. The real Utsava giving to the mind is Bhagavad Katha only. The celebration to the mind, the fulfillment to the mind, the joy to the mind is only when Bhagavan is the thing. But as we said yesterday, now the mind is filled with so much of non-positivity. Till that negativity goes away, there will be some pain, some hesitation, sometimes jumping from the theme divine to the world, etc. but एक बार वो मलिनता चला जाएगा ना, all that kleshas goes away, negative, thereafter mind will find delight only in Bhagavan theme. You can see such great bhaktas who are reveling in their bhakti so exhaustively, so beautifully. Clear? Having said so, then comes the next one. Tadeva Shashvat Manasaha Mahotsavam. Most important for all of us is Tadeva Shoka Arnava Shoshanam Runamo. The dryer of the entire ocean of Shoka of all human beings. Tadeva Shokarnava Shoshanam Runamo Yad Uttama Shloka Gunanu Varnanam. yaduttama shloka gunaha anugiyate, wherein all the time the gunagana of Bhagwan alone are done. और बताओ इससे बढ़िया और क्या चाहिए? Is it not so complete in guidance? 49th मंत्र का हमने ये देखा. Now come to the 50th one. न तत् वक्षः चित्रपदम हरेः यशः जगत् प्रवित्रम प्रगृणीत करहिचितु ततद्वांश तीर्थम न तो हंस सेवितम यत्र अच्युतः तत्र हि साधवः अमलाः. How simple, how direct it is. Ki tad vachaha, how much our chitra pada it is. Any vani, any poem, any of the exposition in which the language, the grammar, the vocabulary, the music of it, all of that must may be so wonderful. Yet, if it is not having Harer Yashaha, which is Jagat Pravritti Pavitram, पूरे अंदर बाहर जगत को पवित्र करने वाला भगवान का यश अगर नहीं है in that Vani, even though the language wise it is so great, even that is Tadvangsha Tirtham, such is like the water board for the crows to go and have, na Hamsa Sevitam, nor the Hamsas, the swans go. So to summarize it, he himself says, Yatra Achyutaha Tatrahi Sadhavaha Amalaha. The real sadhus, whose antakarana is amala, whose heart and mind, intellect are so perfect and matured to know where is moksha. Those sadhus, those amalas, they will be going there only where Achyuta Kirtana is going on. They are not worried about the beauty of presentation of language, etc. So therefore, yatra achyutaha tatrahi sadhavaha amalaha. So here where the achyuta is not there, there the sadhavaha, amala sadhavas are not there, then who are there? The manume mala bada all asadhus only are there. Where they give importance to the external expressions, theme wise, it is anything other than Bhava. So, by giving this instruction, what guidance our Sutaji is giving is don't get carried away by the outer external advertisements, so outer external expressions. Focus on the theme. If the theme is not Bhagavan, never ever go there. And if the theme is Bhagavan, only be there. Definitely go there. Don't worry about the other things. है ना? So many examples are coming in my mind. I'm just restricting all of them. Now, contrast of that, Bhagavan says in the mantra 51, Savag Visargaha, that expression of the Vani continues, Janata Agha Samplavaha. It is the total dissolver of the Agha, the Papa of the Janata or the Bhakta, whether they are speakers or listeners. Yasmin, in which Pratishlokam, every shloka, Abadhavati api, even if it is not following the grammar rules of Chandasu, Alankara, or variety of beauties, even though they are not following all that, फिर भी in that if the theme is Namani Anantasya Yasha Ankitani Yat, if those words are having Ananta Bhagwan's Nama Yasha Ityadi, and if that is the one, that is the real Vag Visargaha. Shunvanti Gayanti Grunanti Sadhavaha. That is the one where the sadhus will listen to that, will sing about it, that will glorify that also. So even the language is Abadhavati, but the theme being Bhagavan. Namani Anantasya Yeshonkitani Chet, that Sadhavaha Shunvanti Gayanti Grunanti. So the asadhus go for the bad theme as well as glorious expression. Sadhus go for the great divine theme, great expression. Even the expression language wise is not great, but still, if the theme is Bhagavan, sadhus will listen to it, will sing about it, will glorify that. Is it not? Like when we are called for any musical concert to listen, we can't sing. So, Very main, great singing done, lots of claps are done. Everybody appreciates and all of them. No, wait, no, they give us mic very delicately we present. If not, our observation is not how wonderfully that singer has presented and how many claps the singer has received from the Janata. That we don't see. Hmm. We only see that has he done this musical concert of bhajans? Has he done it as a performance or as an offering? If he has done for a performance, we just smile away. That's it. More than that, we don't appreciate it all. People like us. How much ever great that singing with all the gamakams, musings, also those called the Jugalbandi, Chitna bhi tum natak karo. That's all entertainment. So you have entertained the people, you have your performance. But any talent for that matter, especially such bhajana, kirtana, pravachana, are not to perform as a talent to get claps from the people, but it is an offering to the Lord who has given this ability and this chance to remember the God as well as to remind others also about the God. Like the last two, three slokas, and this is what our Suthaji says, that is because of you, I am also reminded of Bhagwan. So that we will see in their eyes, in their heart, behind their utterance or singing of those kirtana, their devotion, that we touch. हमको वो देखना होता है. We don't see the outer things. So here he says, therefore, in the world, the outer coating inside empty, those variety of things are there. Outside coating may be anyway, but the content is beautiful. They are also there. Like the fresh आपके सामने खाना बना के देने वाले ढाबा भी है, where there is no any hiding there. जो है सो दिख रहा है आपके सामने रोटी बना दे. And there are also big hotels. How what they do we don't know. अच्छा ही बनाता होगा, but we don't know. Here also very clearly says कि नारायणा. So so savag visargah janata agha viplavaha. So that is the talk of the singing where Bhagavan's theme is there in it, which sadhus sing, sadhus praise, sadhus listen. That is the speech, that is the katha. Wherever it is going on, there that helps in the janata agha samplavaha. It removes all the paparashi of both the speaker, the listener, the singers, the listeners. And every of the bhajana sankirtana kara from the heart he should tell to the audience. Friends, thanks for giving this opportunity. Please do one favor, like I am telling you, that when this singing or lecture is going on, please don't remember yourself. Forget the whole world, don't remember yourself, and never ever remember me also. Then please listen to the song or bhajana, kirtana or katha. Through that, remember only Bhagavan. Here we are in this musical concert or Bhagavad Katha for both of us to dissolve our ego individuality in Paramatma and experience Him. In the performances, we sustain as an ego, we never allow the devotion and through that the grace to enter our heart. Spirituality is not a performance, it is a total offering to the Lord, dedication to the Lord, surrender to the Lord. So, in the same way, see the theme being God and enter into that and sit with that, and it blesses us in removing all the agha and papa rashi. So, here main sentence is first line. Tad vag visargaha janata agha viplavaha. Means that continuation of singing or speech is the remover of the sins of all people who are singing, listening. No, वहीं फिर उल्टा भी समझ लेना. What is that? If this is not there in the theme, then that Vag Visarga is invoker of, if that English word is there, of all the agha in the Hridaya of the singer as well as the listener. Because when I am doing it for my performance and clapping, so I am creating ego in me. So that ego is the सबसे बड़ा पाप है. उसके बाद में ही बाकी सारे पाप इस पापात्मा ईगो से होते हैं. Are you getting the point? So Through every of this spiritual activity, our aham, mama, mahyam, me, my, me, mine, and for me, is these three things going away or getting accumulated. That decides whether we are doing punya or papa in all our activities, generally the so-called spiritual things. There, Katha is going on, Upasana Kirtana going on, Bhajana is going on, whatever it is, our inner path, me, mine, and for me. Aham, mama, mahyam, मैं मेरा मेरे लिए, ये तीनों चले जाना चाहिए. अगर ये ग्रो हो रहे हैं, so that whole upasana, puja, satsanga is papa only. Because वो भगवान को दूर करके अहंकार को ले आ रहे. You understood? Like the other day when I was called for some good program of Bhagavan Adi Shankara Jayanti, I was keenly observing the one who was receiving award on the name of Adi Shankara, the whole organization which is giving. They are talking about that person who award they are giving. Nobody was talking about Bhagavan Adi Shankara. It came to me 15 minutes. I spoke purely about Bhagavan. So we should know no, where we are, whom we have to talk about. Then I just felt such programs where Bhagavan Kirtana is there only I will go. Not any individual's performances. Okay, 1 or 2 minutes you can praise, but the whole atmosphere should be filled with the divine theme. भगवान का ही गुणगान होता ही रहना चाहिए. Otherwise, it is a sin. Like if I am doing this class to you, through this class, if I am creating ego in me and making you also create, the whole satsanga of 1109 days is Mahapapam. Instead of that, the Lord alone is discussed, thought over. His Mahima only is discussed, and we, through the understanding of His Mahima, have started becoming at least little of this devotee. Then what we have done is Punyam, definitely not Papam. It removes all the papa. So Savag Visarga Janata Agasablavaha Yasmin Anantasya Namani Yeshomkitani, in which Bhagwan's alone Gunagana is done. Even though the way of speaking or the language, etc., like mine, Abadhavati api. There's no language, no tone, no tune, no those dramatization, etc. Even though it is not there, but still it removes the papa. The theme is Bhagavan. Sunvanti Garanti Grunanti Sadhavaha. And then don't try to get appreciation from those who don't know the Lord as the goal. Ours should be the appreciation from the sadhus who praise such talks or such bhajana, which even though don't have language by the best thing, but the theme in them is Bhagwan. Yesterday we spoke to you about Sadashiva Brahmendra Yogi because that's a Sanskrit thing common to you and me. So many kirtanas of, the Suradas, the many of great thing तुलसीदास वगैरह आप देखते हैं तो उसमें यही महान गुणगान होते हैं भगवान का. Then that removes the papa. They will go on listening. So through this shloka, how to come out of the sins, all that also is said. We can understand it that way too. Now comes this shloka. I believe this shloka is coming, if not third time, at least second time. Third भी लग रहा है मुझे, ये 52 वाला. What is going on here? The Bhagavad Bhakti, which is to be generated to Bhagavata Adi Katha, of it the glory Mahima. Through that, Bhagavata Mahima is being given to us by Sutaji. That's the theme we are discussing. He says, Naishkarmyam api. Naishkarmyam is moksha. Brahma Jnanam api Achyuta Bhava Varjitam. In that, if Achyuta Bhava, Bhagavad Bhakti is not included in it, na shobhate. Doesn't give that beauty and joy. Even though that Naiskaryam is Alam Jnanam and Niranjanam. It is about the complete stainless, pure Brahma Jnana. That also won't give that much Shobha if in that Achyuta Bhava is not there. You understand? I think it is spoken by Naradji or it may be Shukadevji himself. Shukadevji himself from the birth only established in the Naiskarmya Siddhi of Aham Brahmasmi Anubhava. Shukadevji. Yet, only when he has spoken Achyuta Bhava through Bhagavatam, there is a completeness, fulfillment in him also. So, Naiskarmyam api Achyuta Bhava Varjitam na shobhate. Jnanam alam niranjanam. Even though it is a alam niranjanam jnanam, but it also gets beautified only through Achyuta Bhava. That is why any of the truly Vedanta understood great Jnani will definitely express the beautiful bhakti to Bhagavan. No, Vyasa Bhagavan. He is a Brahmajnani, but through how many Puranas he expressed bhakti, Adi Shankara Bhagavan, Prasthanatraya Bhashyakara, how many Prakaranas he gave on Vedanta, but how much of his literature on bhakti also we see. Is there any god on whom he has not run the Stotra Rachana? Which is a temple who has not visited and reinstated the Bhagavan's Prana Pratishta there? You understand it? Everywhere he has taught us the Shanmata Sthapanacharya. Shanmata means the six Devata Upasana. Vaishnava, Shaiva, then Sauryaya, then Ganapatya, Kaumara and Shapta. He only established all that. So you can see everywhere the blending of Brahmajnana with Bhakti and blending of Bhakti with Brahmajnanam. So here Naishkaryamapi Achyuta Bhava Varjitam Na Shaubhate, even though it is Jnanam Alam Niranjanam. It is a great Niranjana. Safi Alam means complete Jnanam about Brahma Tattva. Then if Brahma Jnana itself is not so beautiful without Achyuta Bhava, that means devotion, what to talk about? Kuta Punaha Shashwat Abhadram Ishware Nahi Arpitam Karma Yadapi Anuttamam. Then what to talk about karmas? How much ever you have gloriously done those karmas, if they are not arpita to the Lord with devotion, in fact, those karmas are not at all bhadram, they are only abhadram. So whether it is the Tattvajnanam, whether it is great karma of doing yajna-agadi, upasanas, or lot of sevas done in the world, in and through that, if the surrender and bhakti to Bhagavan Achyuta, that Achyuta bhava nahi hai, so all of that is wasted only, na shobhate. So bhakti adds beauty to karma yoga. Bhakti adds beauty to the yoga sadhana, Ishvara pranidhanadva. And bhakti adds beauty, shobha, to tattva jnana. And bhakti by itself is a mukti hetu. And that bhakti about Krishna is what spoken in the entire Bhagavata. Oh my dear Shaunakadi Rishi. That is what in this 52nd mantra we saw. Now what is the 53rd? So interesting again. Yashah Sriyam Eva. And then Parishramah Paraha. Varna Ashrama Achara Tapashrutadishu. Avismrute Sridhara Padma Padmayoho Gunanuvada Shravanaadvihi Harehe. Okay. So instead of be attentive, Harehe Gunanuvada Shravana Dwara. Instead of through the Guna Anuvada Shravana of the Lord, the Smruti of the Lord is not done. Therefore, Gunanuvada Shravana of Bhagavan is not done. Therefore, Vismruti of Bhagavan has happened, let us say. तो अविस्मृति श्रीधर पाद पद्मयोर गुणानुवाद श्रवणादिभिः. तो हरे हे our Lord guna anuvada shravana means his nama guna lila dhama. Through the speaking, studying and listening of that, if there is avismruti sridhara pada padmayoho, never ever there is vismruti or forgetting of the Lord, that is the real achievement. If that is not done, we have done other things. What are they? Varna ashrama achara. According to our Varna ashrama, we have done all the acharas. Lot of tapasyas we have done. Might have heard about other Vedanta or other granthas also. They all, please remember, they give yes, at the most to Yashah Shriyam, some name and fame, some wealth, some Urdha Lokas they give. More than that, if at all you ask about what is the glory of all these performances, the answer is that is sheer mere parishrama, only mere waste of efforts. So ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आपको यश और श्री ही मिलेगा और परिश्रम ही है वो सब जिसमें आप जितना भी मेहनत करके वर्ण आश्रम आचारों का पालन किया, अलग अलग तपस्याएं की, wherein we have gone to तीर्थ यात्रा, उपवास दीक्षा, everything you have done, श्रुतादिषु, you might have heard so many other things. Then what is positive aspect of it? Ki avismriti Sridhara Pada Padmayoho. Vismriti is forgetfulness. Avismriti is non-forgetfulness. Sridhara is Lord Narayana, Sri Lakshmipati, Pada Padmayoho. So only Bhagwan के चरण का स्मरण होते ही रहना है. And how it is done? Hare he Gunaanuvada Shravanadivihi. By doing Gunaanuvada Shravanam and Kirtan of the Lord, always we remember Bhagwan's charana. तो भगवान के गुणगान का कथन करते हुए सुनते हुए भगवान के चरण का ही निरंतर हमें स्मरण में रखना है. नॉट दैट फॉरगॉटन द भक्ति और द चरण ऑफ द लॉर्ड एंड यू आर इन्वॉल्वड ओनली इन ग्रेट वे वर्णाश्रम आचार. एट द मोस्ट दे गिव यू lot of bhoga, different other worlds. Maybe it gives you some name and fame also, but not the real trupti or contentment or Bhagavad Kripa for moksha. And if you ask, because all these results are endful, you come back to square one. Therefore, in one word, if you ask, all those doings are parishrama eva. Earlier it came in the different same way, little different word is used, shrama eva kevalam. So, if we see our whole life, where we have not moved a little ahead in our bhakti to Paramatma along with Tattva Jnana, आप दोनों club करके बता रहे हैं, then the entire life, whatever we have done of studying academics, doing our businesses and all, परिश्रम ही है वो. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा थोड़ा पुण्य किया होगा, थोड़ा उत्तम लोग कुछ मिलता होगा. And while living, you might have given some things to some people, they must have loved you, you might have some bhoga of the world. अरे बाबा इससे ज़्यादा as a jiva inside, we have not traveled towards the Lord in our evolution through bhakti and jnanam. तो पूरा जिंदगी परिश्रम ही हो गया ना. So by all these shlokas, what in unambiguously, pakka clearly, our Sutaji is saying is ki what you are doing is not important. In that, who is the or what is the theme? If the Bhagavan is the theme, then whatever you do is right. If Bhagavan is not the theme, whatever you are doing is not sufficient at all. Is it clear? So each of the shloka in one or the other way is trying to convey to us. And that Bhagavan's Gunagana Kirtanam is what is fully given in Bhagavad Purana, right from shloka 1 up to the last shloka 18,000. कुछ न कुछ अवतार, कुछ न कुछ भगवान के भक्त, भक्ति, महिमा going on being given. If at all we have that introvertedness while listening to Bhagavata, अब तक तो हम सब भागवत भरपूर बनना चाहिए था. So little distracted minds, etc., not fully attended, the result may not come. But totally attentively, if we had heard or if we listen from now, we will see this Bhagavat Kathadi, by giving bhakti to God, they will really fulfill our lives. So, having said this, again, same thing said in the 54. Ki Avismriti. Now, this 54th verse of 12th chapter of 12th Sarga is the one for which you and I are searching through the study of all the Shastras for the complete meaning of Adhyatmika Sadhana and Jivana at one place. Adhyatmik Jivanam, Adhyatmik Sadhana at one place, if you want to know in this one shloka, all that are given. Such shlokas we are frequently finding in our Adhyatma Ramayana Adhyanam. You are aware of that? How excellently in so many topics we were given. In this 54वां श्लोक में भी हमको पूरा ये बताया जा रहा है. What is that? Avismriti Krishna Padara Vindayoho. So by the continuous constant singing the glories of Lord, reading the glories of Lord, listening to the glories of Lord, when there is Avismriti, non-forgetfulness of Krishna Pada, means always when we are soaked, immersed, drenched in our devotion to Bhagavan. Clear? Through the Bhagavatadi Katha, when we are fully drowned, drenched, immersed in bhakti to the Bhagavan's charana, what are the results it gives? First is what? Kshinoti Avhadrani. All the amangalata outer inner it removes. So, second, Shamam Tanoti. It brings the mind to the Shama, pure, single pointed, Sattva guna shanta sthiti. And pure. Shamam tanat means mind is controlled. Then sattvasya shuddhim. It brings the antakarana shuddhi. Then paramatma bhaktim. It brings bhakti to paramatma. Then jnanam. It brings us tattva jnana theoretical. Then vijnanam. Then the sadhana of that tattva jnanam. And while doing sadhana, what troubles us is ragadvesha. Those ragadveshas are removed. And when the sadhana continues, the vijnana also means अनुभूति. So निरंतर भगवत कथा सुनने से इस तरह से साधनाएं होते हैं. First, the abhadrani go away. The sinful life goes away outside and inside. Shamam tanoti, mind becomes shanti. Shamasya bhava shanti. Third, sattvasya shuddhi, the antakarana chitta becomes shuddha and buddhi also becomes sukshma. That leads to what? True Paramatma Bhakti, Nishkama Bhakti. Now, when we are Bhakta of the Lord, Bhagavan blesses us with what? The Jnanam. The three aspects of Jnanam are Siddhanta Jnanam, Sadhana of that Jnanam, Anubhuti of that, Avaroksha Rupena. All that will come. अब देखो पूरा आ गए कि नहीं इसमें हमको. सो आध्यात्मिक साधना में क्या क्या चाहिए? अनुभूति फाइनली. बिफोर द अनुभूति द साधना. बिफोर द साधना Siddhanta Jnana. While these three are done, they should know Raga Dvesha. All these four will happen when Bhagavan blesses us. The blessings come to us when we become his Bhakta. We become his Bhakta when our Antakarana is Shuddha. Antakarana will be Shuddha when Mana is calm and controlled. Mind will be calm and quiet and controlled when the Abhadra, the inauspiciousness of Artha Kama Asakti goes away from us. And that goes away either through Viveka or by the Gunagana Kirtan, Gunagana Karna of Bhagavan. Bhagavan enters and makes us do the Viveka, or he himself does the Viveka to us and starts giving us the first step of Shama, or that Avadra removal and Shama and Sattva Shuddhi, then Bhakti, the Jnanam, the Sadhana, the Anubhuti, the Vairagya. So therefore, keep on listening to Bhagavata, keeping these steps in mind as the ladders, rungs of the ladder to reach to the highest perfection of moksha, they start happening. So through the Bhagavan ke kathaएं sunte sunte, when our remembrance of Krishna Charana always is there, it removes the Abhadra, it gives Shama, it gives Sattva Shuddhi, it gives Paramatma Bhakti, it gives theoretical Jnanam about Brahma Tattva, it makes us do the internal, external, internal, deep meditational sadhanas, and it gives us experience. Until the experience comes, what will make us fully focus is freedom from raga dvesha. So the viraga, the vairagya also comes. तो आध्यात्मिक साधक को क्या क्या होना चाहिए और क्या क्या करना चाहिए, कहाँ पहुँचना चाहिए और उसमें भगवान का अनुग्रह कैसे लेना चाहिए, सारा इस श्लोक में बताया. Therefore, this shloka, underline it, study 5-6 times till the whole picture becomes clear. So our ultimate goal is to become one with the Parabrahma, Paramatma. We are now at the Abhadra level of lot of passions, desires, and Bhautikavada of the world. Unless Abhadra goes away, Mana cannot be Shanta. Without Shanti of Mana, Shuddhi of the Chitta and Buddhi Sukshmata won't come. Without that, we don't become true Bhaktas of Lord. Without Bhakti and Bhagavat Kripa, Guru will not come in our life to give Tattva Jnanam. Without the Siddhanta Tattva Jnana, what sadhana we do? Without sadhana, how can the Brahmanumati comes? That's why after the Upasana done in the first Shikshavalli, Guru came in our life and gave the entire Brahma Jnanam in the Anandavalli. Thereafter, now the whole sadhana, tapasya is being taught to us in the Bhrugu third Valli. Dekho, Taittiriya Upanishad is following this or not? Upanishad. This shloka is very, very crucial. I am sure you caught it. Now, he is praising these Shaunakadi rishis. Sutaji. He says, Yuyam Dvijagriyaha. You, the best of the Brahmanas, Shaunakadi, Bhuri Bhagaha. You are very, very fortunate. not by the blind grace of God anyone, by your own choice of listening to kathas continuously. He Dvijagriyaha, Bata, indeed, you are Bhuri Bhagaha, highly passionate, and is applicable to you all also, the Bhagavata listeners regularly. हे द्विजाग्र्याः यूयं वद भूरिभागाः यत् वै शश्वत आत्मनि अखिल आत्मभूतं नारायणं देवम् अदेवम् ईशम् अजस्रभावाः भजत आविवेश्य. So you are doing this, therefore you are great. Please continue your being great by doing the same thing all the time. Be careful. Listen consciously. 7, 8 things are told here. So you are really great and fortunate, the great Brahmanas. What are you doing? Shashvat means always. Atmani, in your own heart. Akhila Atma Bhutam, the Lord who is the self of all beings. Narayanam, who is none other than Bhagavan Narayana. Devam, who is the Lord of all lords. Adevam, who has no God beyond him. To that Lord, Ajastra Bhavaha, with a continuous bhakti, bhajata, you are only doing his bhajana and allowing him to enter into you. Big shloka it is. I am not explaining one by word again, detailed, exhaustive explanation with the stories and examples. No, but this much he says 24 hours you are engaged in allowing the Lord to enter into your heart. Who is that Lord? नारायण है, देव है, अदेव है, मीन्स जिनका कोई दूसरा ऊपर देव नहीं है, फिर अखिलात्म भूत है. Such Lord in your heart you are establishing continuously through. So not only they were listening from Sutaji the Kathaye, in other spare time they are in their own bhajana, kirtana, their own inside personal upasana. So this is what brings Bhuri Bhagyata. Bhuri means extreme ultimate. Bhagya is fortune. What is the extreme fortune? Getting liberated from the individuality and the consequent sufferings. So he Dvijagriyaha Yuvata Yuyam Bhuri Bhagaha. Indeed, you are such a great fortunate one. So, yet why? Shashvat means always. Atmani in your heart. Akilatma Bhutam, the Lord who is the self of all. Narayanam, that Narayan Bhagavan ko. Devam, who is the true Lord. Adevam, who has no Lord beyond him. Isham, who is the Ishvara. So, Shri Laya Karaka Ityadi. Ajastra Bhava Havajata. With full devotion, you are doing all his bhajana. Then, Amiveshya, entering yourself into him, entering your chitta in it, and allowing the Lord to enter into your chitta to such an extent कि तुमको तुम्हारा चित्त और भगवान दोनों में फर्क नहीं है. देखो, in yoga the vritti nirodha is done. In bhakti, chitta is totally samarpita to Narayana. In Vedanta, the Brahman is discovered. In the discovery of him, there is nothing other than him called a chitta or antakarana. Apart from these three, the fourth thing is utter samsara. That samsara also is there in the chitta through vrittis. And the vrittis come because of samskara and vasanas. Vasanas come because of ajnanam. See the connection of all that? So yuyam dijagriyavata bhuri bhagaha yat shashvadatmanyakila atmabhutam narayanam devam adevam isham ajasra bhavaha bhajata aviveshya. पूरे चित्त को लगाकर आप सुनते हो, एक क्या बढ़िया सा भाग्य आपका है कि आपका दिल इस भगवान नामक थीम में निरंतर रहता है, रमता है और रमता रहता है. So that is what our great Shuta ji is very extremely happy with the Shaunakadi Muni. Now comes this next last sloka, as we said few minutes back. He is saying कि aham cha samsmaritah atma tattvam. See, though he is glorified so far about Bhagavan's bhakti mahima, he says that I am also reminded of atma tattva. Means for the Sutta Mahamuni, the Bhagavan whose glory himself sang so far is his own atma. Means he has not separated himself from that Bhagavan. So aham cha samsmaritah atma tattvam. Thank God I am reminded about the Atma Tattva. Is Bhagavan's Katha Saguna Nirguna. And who is he? He, which one? Shrutam Purame, Paramarshi Vaktrat. And all this I heard from the mouth of the Paramarshi earlier. And who was that Paramarshi? Shukadeviji himself. Shukam Brahmarshi. Where was when was Prayopaveshe Nrupate Parikshitaha. When the Raja Parikshita did the Prayopavesha, Sadasi, in that big Sabha, Rushinam Mahatam cha Shunvatam, when so many great Maha Rishis were listening to this Bhagavad Gita given by the Maharshi, Brahmarshi Shukadevji to this Rajarshi Parikshita, that time I heard it. So that means when Shukadev was giving this jnanam, our Sutaji was very much physically present there to listen. And it has gone long years back. Because of you now, I am reminded of all of that. Mhm. So, Krishna Avatara is over. After that, around 30-40 years ke baad, Shuka Parikshit Samvada happens. Thereafter, around 130 or some years after, this Rishi, Sutta Shaunakadi happens in that, not that much, maybe some 50, 60 years later. So that calculation has come earlier in one of the portion. We'll remember and see till again. So anyway, I am reminded because of you of that Bhagavat Tattva, Atma Tattva, which I heard from Rishi Shukadevji when he gave this to the Bhagavata great Parikshit Raja at the time of his doing Prayopavesha. Sadasi Rishina Mahatmana means when great Rishi Munis were also there as audience. Okay. Now finally says, Etadvaha kathitam vipraha. Hey Brahmanas, the great Shaunakadi, this is what is spoken to you. What is that? Kathaniya urukarmanaha mahatmyam. That Lord who has done the karmas through every of the leelas and avatara, such a great leela which are worthy of again and again talking and describing. And who is Vasudevasya? And what that Katha, speaking of Vasudeva, listening of Vasudeva, what it does? Sarva Ashubha Vinashanam. It is a destroyer of all the Ashubhas, all the impurities. So again we see it, Etadva Kathitam Vipraha. Oh dear Brahmanas, this is what is spoken to you. What is it? Kathaniya Uru Karmanaha Vasudevasya Mahatmyam. The Lord Vasudeva's Mahatmya, who has done so many karmas which are worthy of again and again listening. When we listen, what is the result? Sarva Ashubha Vinashanam. Because Bhagavan enters our hearts. You know? As it was said in the earlier 7-8 slokas, all the impurities goes away. Other than Bhagavan Katha Shravanam, there is no way for redemption. This is what is spoken to you. Oh dear Rishis, Brahmanas, Shaunaka Adi, as you have heard it. Okay, here the Phala Shruti is spoken in few slokas. Ya evam shravayet nityam. Whoever is talking on this Bhagavatam every day and making the audience listen. Yamakshanam ananyadhihi. Yama means 3 hours per day at least. Or kshanam, even for movement also. So minimum one movement to one kshana. Yama, at least for few hours. Ananyadhihi, with full devotion to the Lord. And ananyadhi, without any phalapeksha. Whoever is making this Bhagavata, speaking and making others listen, Shraddhavan. When he is doing with Shraddha as well as Ananyadhi. So Shraddha Bhakti se karna, Phalasakti nahi rakhna. In this way, anyone who is speaking on this Bhagavata for others, that speaker, Yaha Anushruniyat, the one who listens. Again, he also should be Ananyadihi Shraddhavan. Then what will he do? Punati Atmanam Eva Saha. So his entire Antakarana becomes totally refined and purified to such an extent that in that other than Bhagavad Anubhuti, nothing remains. See the glory. So the credit both to the audience, both also to the speaker. Then he says in the 59, Dvadashyam Ekadashyam va Shunvatu Aishvahan Bhavet. Interesting, huh? This chapter 12th, in the 12th Skandha, we have studied 2 days, yesterday and today, and yesterday was Ekadashi and today is Dwadashi. बढ़िया मैचिंग हो गया कि नहीं? कल गुरु का वार था भगवान, आज शुक्रवार माता जगत जननी. तो गुरु द ज्ञान स्वरूप, शुक्र माता रानी भक्ति स्वरूपिणी. Days also matched, tithi also matched, and what is said in Bhagavatam. द्वादश्याम एकादश्याम वा शृणुयान शृण्वन् आयुष्यवान भवेत्. Especially, I believe this talked about this 12th chapter in which entire Bhagavata Mahatma is spoken. Or if you say generally, entire Bhagavata Purana, at least Ekadashi, Dwadashi, हर महीने 2 बार करते रहो. Both ways you understand. In any case, start studying Bhagavata. Do it as much as possible, as long as possible. That is the main thing to be caught. हो गया? Now he says कि द्वादश्याम एकादश्याम वा शृण्वन् आयुष्यवान भवेत्. एकादशी द्वादशी में बोलो और सुनोगे तो लॉन्ग लाइफ मिलेगा. Whenever you say long life, healthy life, spiritually growing life. Then पठति अनशन प्रयतः, विदाउट टेकिंग फूड, उपवास कर कर अगर पढ़ता है कोई भी इस 12th चैप्टर को, तथा भवति अपातकी. As a result of that, he gets freed from all the patakas, all the vasanas, all the sins that he has done. From that he becomes purified. फलश्रुति. So एकादशी द्वादशी के दिन वो भी उपवास करके whoever studies this 12th skandha, 12th chapter, his all papa go away and he becomes long living, healthy living. He will not die short life. Like in तैत्तिरीय विसा, प्राण के रूप में, ब्रह्म के रूप में प्राण को जो उपासना करते हैं, सर्वमेवत आयुर्यंति ये प्राणम ब्रह्मोपासते. Today only we chanted. Here also long life, healthy life, fruitful life of him who on Ekadashi, Dwadashi with Upavasa does the study of the whole Bhagavad Purana. मतलब एक दिन तो नहीं होगा. Or this 12th chapter, 12th skandha. Now the whole Bhagavad की बात यहाँ हो रही है. What is that? Pushkare, the Pushkara Kshetra, which is in Rajasthan. Mathurayam cha, the Mathura Vrindavan. Then Dwaravatyam in Dwarakaji. Yata Atmavan, with full control of faculties, totally applying them to the Bhagavad Katha. Uposhya, every day doing Katha, then only taking the bhojan. Samhita Metam Patitva. He is only talking about chanting. Generally, I told you 1 month back, if you remember, again and again, in all our Shastras, Parayanam chanting is written. Importance of it. Remember, that was told at that time, where Sanskritam alone was the language, not as all languages we have, and all the people know Sanskritam. Therefore, the Patanam means by chanting only, they used to know the meaning. Because that language was Sanskrit. But now, today's world, if you come, all of us are asamskrita, useless fellows, forgetting whole Sanskrit, not learning. Now, for us, only mere chanting will never help. For them, mere chanting helped because the chanting was in Sanskrit, they know Sanskrit, they know the meaning. So, for them, chanting was not recommended. Patana word meaning is chanting only, but through the chanting, through the meaning, developing the devotion. So, nowadays, for us, Patan means what? Chanting with the meaning in the background. Therefore, without knowing Lalita Sahasranama Artha, only chanting if you do, it won't help more than giving a good digestion and a next good meal. Without knowing the meaning of Vishnu Sahasranama or Bhagavad Gita, Kevala Parayana will not give that much benefit. When they said Parayana to those who know that Bhasha, so that they know the meaning. Naturally, no. When somebody speaks something and that meaning, कोई जर्मनी में कोई जापान में बोल रहा है कुछ, आपको आता ही नहीं समझ में. What is the meaning of that speech then? In the same way, what is chanted, if I don't know what I am chanting, the meaning, how do you think it will give result? Will a parrot get moksha when it says Ram Ram? He doesn't know that the Rama is the Lord. For that, the word Rama means some air exhaled and some mouth or lips moved, some sound came. In the same way, पारायण का फल तभी मिलता है जब अर्थ को भी जानते हैं. So here पठन means what? Knowing the meaning and then doing. Okay. पुष्करे मथुरायाम च द्वारवत्याम. पुष्कर में राजस्थान, मथुरा, मथुरा नगरी, द्वारावती में यथात्मनवान विथ फुल कंट्रोल उपोष्य संहिता मेताम पठित्वा मुच्यते भयात्. So the Abhaya Pratishtha of the Paramatma Anubhuti comes to him. So out of these three, we have done it Mathura, we have done it Dwaraka, we also have done it Shuktal. अब पुष्कर में है कब होना भगवान पता नहीं. भगवान कब हमको वहां पुश करेंगे तभी पुष्कर में भागवत होगा. वो पुश नहीं करे तो मैं क्या करूं. We were doing it in 2020. Suddenly the corona came, so we had to hold it back. Now I am enjoying my Pushkara, Prayaga, Kashi, Mathura here only in this room of four walls. So not even mind. No, if the Lord wants, if somebody comes forward, we do and do that also. Pushkar maybe. But anyway, online we have done for 1109 days. Tomorrow 10 and a day after 11. Deliberately I made it 1111. So that the Bhagavan, the Bhagavata, the Bhagavat Acharyas and we, all the four have to become one. इसलिए 1111 days और भागवत स्टडी 1111. Good dakshina also to the Lord. That these many days we have done our the katha of Bhagavatam. Oh Bhagavan, don't ask how much bhakti I have got. You know it. Anyway, then he says, Devataha Munayaha Siddhaha. All the Devatas, Indradi, Varunadi, Munayaha, all Naradadi Muni, Siddhaha, Kapiladi Muni, Pitaraha, Aryamadi, then Manavaha, these that Swayambhavadi Mani, Mano Rajas, the great Rajarshis, so many are there. What? Yachanti Kaman, Grunataha, Shunvataha, Yasya Kirtanatu. So, if anybody is talking on Bhagavata listening, to them, all these mentioned, the Rajas, the Manus, the Pitara, the Siddha, the Muni Devata, Kaman Yachanti, they will fulfill all their Sankalpa and desire, noble desires, everything. तो ये है भागवत का महिमा. सर्व कामना पूर्ति होता है, सकल भय से मुक्त होते हैं, हम सारे पाप से भी फ्री हो जाते हैं, देन पुण्यता भी अंदर आ जाता है. From the 58, 59, 60, 61, if you carefully study and observe, all the phala of Bhagavata Dhenam is being given to us. Then, Rucho Yajumshi Samani Dijaha Aditya Anuvindate. Okay, Madhukulyaha, Grutakulyaha, Payakulyaha. So, when Brahmana really does the Adhyanam of Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, he will be blessed with so much of Sukha Ananda, that Madhukulya. So he will be drenched in the rivers of the Madhu, the honey, Grutakulyaha of the ghee, also Payakulyaha in milk. So this ghee, milk and honey are the symbols of richness and property. Okay, all wealths, inner and outer. So Brahmanas get by doing Rug Yaju Sama Taruna Adhyayam. All that will come to the one who has studied Bhagavatam. That is the meaning here. Clear? Now the few more are there. 6 more shlokas. These things are little big they are. Okay. One more we'll see. 63. 64 भी करेंगे. पुराण संहिता में एताम अधीत्य प्रयतः द्विजः. A brahmana prayatna purvaka, if he studies this Purana, Proktam Bhagavata yattu tat padam paramam rajet. That Satyam Param Dhimahi, the Parabrahma Tattva, which is mentioned, that Brahmana reaches to that if he does with all efforts and concentration and control this Adhyayana of Bhagavata, if he does. Brahmana doing the Adhyayana of Bhagavata properly, he gets that result which Bhagavan assured of the Saguna Sakara Vaikuntha Padam or Niruna Nirakara Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi Padam. Only Brahmana, what about others? All four are told, Vipraha Aditya Apnuyat Prajnam. है ना. द ब्राह्मणा when अध्ययन करता है भागवत का, उनको प्रज्ञा मिलेगा, ब्रह्म तत्व. राजन्य उदधि मेखला, when a क्षत्रिय studies भागवता, the entire उदधि मेखला जिस समुद्र जिस पृथ्वी का है उसका राजा बनेगा. उदधि मेखला और चतुसागर पर्यंत मेदिनी, meaning is same. That whole Bhumbhaga, which is covered by all oceans, he becomes the king of that, the Kshatriya. Vaishya Nidhipaditvancha. Vaishya will become as Nidhipati as Kubera only. उनको वही चाहिए. Last one, Shudra Shuddhya the Pataka. The Shudra frees from his Pataka. The Pataka of the Shudra is the Tamoguna. So it comes out of that. The Nidhipati Vaishya means he has got desire of Artha Purushartha. Then the Raja becomes Dharma and you want to rule the kingdom, get name and fame. The Brahmana wants Brahmagyan and Moksha. Bhagavata Adhyanam gives all four results to four people. Like in Vishnu Sahasranam also, Vedantagaha Brahmano Syat, Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet, Vaishyodhana Samruddha Syat, Shudra Sukhamavapnuyatu, Dharmarthi Prapnuyat Dharmam, Artharthi Chartamapnuyatu, Kamanavapnuyat Kami, Prajarthi Prapnuyat Praja. So this Falashruti, read every day, get inspired, and with full devotion, study Bhagavata. And remember one thing, as we are studying Bhagavata, already Bhagavan has entered us, is slowly removing all the kachra and dirt. Suddenly everything may not happen, but it is going on happening. Have patience sufficient. We can see slowly all the impurities go away. We only will be surprised one day to see the mind is fully soaked in devotion to God, no other impurities at all. That devotion invokes God's grace to give us Tattva Jnana, Brahma Jnana. So you are three in one now. Reveling in Brahma Jnana inside, Paripurna Bhakti to the Lord, also total love and service to the world in the way it is possible. That is a fulfillment of a human life. For that purpose only we are sent here. So remaining four slokas and then 13th chapter, half of it, tomorrow we will see. Then the remaining and completion of Bhagavata will open on 16th of July, day after tomorrow. Then 17 to 21, 5 days, we will do our Mahatmya Adhyayana. 5 days only. Though it takes 2 months, but I just want to complete in 1116 days. बाद में फिर एक बार 10 दिन लगाएंगे उसको चाहिए तो. Thereafter, what Shastra we study or few days, we continue Dashama Skandha, what Lord wants. Let's see. Thank you for all for your patient listening. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now let us spend some 15-20 minutes in our Dashama Skandha, then a half an hour in our अध्यात्म रामायण. तो स्कूल में जैसे एक के बाद एक लेक्चर लगता है, इधर भी ऐसे ही होता है. तो lucky ones have the liking to listen, less lucky ones have choice of listening some, not other. So what can anybody do? Okay. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Sutha Sharanam Mama, Sri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Narada Sharanam Mama, Sri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Sri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Sri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Sri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Natha Narayana Vasudeva, Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Natha Narayana Vasudeva, Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam, Pangum Langhayate Girim, Yatrupatamaham Vande, Paramananda Madhavam, Swarge Satye Cha Kailase, Vaikunte Nasti Ayam Rasaha, Atah Pivantu Sadbhagyaha, Mama Munchata Karhichita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Maha Puranam Dashama Skandha Uttarardha Atha Trishashtitamodhyayah Sri Shubha Uvacha. Friends, we are also studying along with 12th Skandha, Dashama also slowly. We have come up to 62nd chapter. In that, yesterday we saw Banasura binding Aniruddha, who was brought by Chitralekha for Usha. Now, what happened in Mathura then? Sorry, in Dwaraka, when Aniruddha was not seen? That portion will be there in the chapter 63. We'll do it in 2 days, not one day. It cannot be one day. 3 days I'll do it because we are focusing more on that other Bhagavatam 12th Skandha. Let us do अथ 63तमोऽध्यायः श्रीशुक उवाच अपश्यतां च अनिरुद्धं तद्बन्धूनां च भारत चत्वारो वार्षिका मासाः व्यतीयुरनुशोचताम् नारदात् तत् उपाकर्ण्य वार्तां बद्धस्य कर्म च प्रययुः शोणितपुरं वृष्णयः कृष्णदेवताः प्रद्युम्नो युयुधानश्च गदः साम्बोधसारणः नन्दोपनन्दभद्राद्याः रामकृष्णानुवर्तिनः अक्षौहिणीभिर्द्वादशिभिः समेताः सर्वतो दिशं रुरुधुर्बाणनगरं समन्तात् सात्वतर्षभाः भज्यमानपुरोद्यान प्राकाराट्टालगोपुरं प्रेक्षमाणो रुषाविष्टः तुल्यसैन्योऽभिनिर्ययौ बाणार्थे भगवान् रुद्रः ससुतैः प्रमथैर्वृतः आरुह्य नन्दि वृषभं युयुधे रामकृष्णयोः आसीत् सुतुमुलं युद्धम् अद्भुतं रोमहर्षणं कृष्णशङ्करयो राजन् प्रद्युम्न गुहयोरपि कुम्भाण्डकूपकर्णाभ्यां बलेन सह संयुगः साम्बस्य बाणपुत्रेण बाणेन सह सात्यकेः ब्रह्मादयः सुराधीशाः मुनयः सिद्धचारणाः गन्धर्वाप्सरसो यक्षाः विमानैर्द्रष्टुमागमन् शङ्करानुचरान् शौरिः भूतप्रमथगुह्यकान् ढाकिनीर्यातु धान्यांश्च बेताळान् सविनायकान् प्रेतमातृपिशाचांश्च कूष्माण्डान् ब्रह्मराक्षसान् द्रावयामास तीक्ष्णाग्रैः शरैः शार्ङ्गधनुश्च्युतैः पृथक् विधानि प्रायुङ्क्त विनाक्यस्त्राणि शार्ङ्गिणे प्रत्यस्त्रैः शमयामास शार्ङ्गपाणिरविस्मितः ब्रह्मास्त्रस्य च ब्रह्मास्त्रं वायव्यस्य च पार्वतम् आग्नेयस्य च पार्जन्यं नैजं पाशुपतस्य च मोहयित्वा तु गिरिशं जृम्भणास्त्रेण जृम्भितं बाणस्य पृतनां शौरिः जघानासि गदेषुभिः स्कन्दः प्रद्युम्न बाणौघैः अर्ध्यमानः समन्ततः असृग्विमुञ्चन् गात्रेभ्यः शिखिनाप्ताक्रमकर्णातु कुम्भाण्डः कूपकर्णश्च पेततुर्मुसलार्दितौ दुद्रुवुस्तद् अनेकानि हतनाथानि सर्वतः विशीर्यमाणं स्वबलं दृष्ट्वा बाणोत्यमर्षणः कृष्णमभ्यद्रवत्सङ्ख्ये रतिः त्वैव सात्यकिं धनूंश्याकृष्य युगपत् बाणः पञ्चशतानि वै एकैकस्मिन् शरौ द्वौ सन्दधेरणदुर्मदः तानि चिच्छेद भगवान् धनूंषि युगपद्हरिः सारथिं रथमश्वांश्च हत्वा शङ्खमपूरयतो तन्माता कोटरा नाम नग्नामुक्तशिरोरुहा पुरोवतस्थे कृष्णस्य पुत्रप्राणरिरक्षया ततस्तिर्यङ्मुखो नग्नाम् अनिरीक्षन् गदाग्रजः बाणश्च तावद्विरथः छिन्नधन्वाविशत् पुरं विद्राविते भूतगणे ज्वरस्तु त्रिशिरास्त्रिपातु अभ्यधावतदाशार्हं दहन्निव दिशो दश अथ नारायणो देवः तं दृष्ट्वा व्यसृजज्वरम् माहेश्वरो वैष्णवश्च युयुधाते ज्वरावुभौ माहेश्वरः समाक्रन्दन् वैष्णवेन बलार्दितः अलब्ध्वा भयम् अन्यत्र भीतो माहेश्वरो ज्वरः शरणार्थी हृषीकेशं तुष्टाव प्रयताञ्जलिः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Great motion it is. Third, 63rd chapter. अतः 360तमोऽध्यायः. श्रीशुकोवाच. Now, avashyatam cha aniruddham. Not seeing Aniruddha. Tad bandhunam cha. For all his family members. Hey Bharata, oh dear Parikshita, Chatvaro Varshika Masaha Vyatihu. 4 months of the rainy season. Chaturmas, ये जो चल रहे हैं अभी व्यतियु अनुशोचतम. तो 4 months हो गए. अनिरुद्ध का कोई पता नहीं चला. बारिश का सीजन था. चतुर्मास टाइम. They were all in shoka and dukkha. Whereas Aniruddha. Don't ask this question, huh? Lord Krishna must be knowing everything. अरे हर बार हीरो हर चीज में आते हैं ना, फिर पूरे कहानी का मजा नहीं आता है ना। भगवान ऐसे घुसते थोड़ी हैं, ही नो, he has so many things to do. Like the child tells mother, give me khana, give me khana. For him, the mother means giver of khana to him. But mother has 100 things to do. She'll have to under so many chorus of the house. She has to do it. पर उसको नहीं पता होता, उसका दिमाग नहीं करता काम उसमें. हमको भी ऐसा लगता है, भगवान why is not fulfilling my desires? Why he'll have to take care of the whole world. So a permutation combination he'll see accordingly only bless. So here also, why did Lord know? Here is grandson. He knows to goes to all worlds. Don't ask. ये तो मजा है. खेल में तभी मजा आता है ना जब सब सीक्रेट है, सब कुछ है. So then how did they come to know where is this Aniruddha? Naradat tat upakarnya vartam. Tat vartam Naradat upakarnya. They have heard that whole varta from Naradji. वो भी 4 महीने के बाद आए, हर उसी दिन नहीं आए वो, not on the day of kidnap. What did he come and say? Baddhasya karmacha. How he was taken there from that time onwards. This karma of finishing with his pariga, so many of the sainya of this Banasura, and how with Nagastra the Banasura has tied him, bound him, bind him. That all Naraji told. Then Prayayuhu Shronitapuram, Krishnaya Krishna Devataha. All the Vrishnikula, now for whom Krishna is a Devata, they all attacked the Shronitapuram. Who are the ones who have gone? Yudha, Pradyumnaha, Yudhanaha, Gadaha, Sambaha, Saranaha, Nanda, Upananda, Bhadra, and Ramakrishna Anuvartinaha. All the great bhaktas, these are all followers of Lord Rama, Balram and Krishna. Well, Krishna Balram also went to. Then Akshauhini Vir Dwadashavi. 12 Akshauhini Sainya of Yadavas went to Shonitapura to attack Banasura to get Aniruddha back. So Sametaha Sarvataha Disham Rurudur Bana Nagaram Samantat Satata Vishavaha. तो रुंधताड़ा पूरे बाण का नगर को सारे डायरेक्शन से ये जो सात्वत श्रेष्ठ कृष्ण बलराम and all these whose names we have seen. Bhajyamana Purodhyana. So the Pura, the whole Shonitapuram, Udyana, all the Udyanavanas, Prakara, Attala, Gopura, everything they destroyed. Prekshamana, Rushavishtaha, Tulya Sainya Viniryayu. When the Banasura saw his entire town is destroyed by them, he also came for fight with 12 Akshavini Sainya. He himself also, equal number. Now they call me. The whole group of Banasura and all his Rakshasa, Lord Krishna, Balrama, all the other Sena, what terrible must be that war. Then there, because the Banasura's tapasya, Shiva Bhagavan agreed to be the Puravasinna as the Pura Palaka. Therefore, he also had to come in rescue of him. Therefore, he Bana Arte Bhagavan Rudraha. For protecting Banasura, even Lord Shiva came. Now you understand why the Lord Shiva and Krishna Yuddha happened, because Shiva gave Vara to Banasura. That I your Pura Balaka, Pura Bhami, tum sabko मैं रक्षा करता हूँ. So, Bharate Bhagavan Sasutaihi Pramathair Vrataha. And that's Bhagavan Kartikeya also came, and all the Pramatha Ganas also came. Then Aruhya Nandi Vrashabham. So Bhagavan came on his Vahana Nandi. Yudhe Ramakrishnayoho. Bhagavan Shiva also fought with Balarama and Krishna. Okay. Then Asit Sutumulam Yuddham. Terrible fight happened. Adbhutam Roma Harshanam, which was horripilating, threatening, and frightening, creating all the shiverings, goosebumps that you call. So, डराने वाले वाला भयंकर युद्ध हुआ. Then Krishna Shankarayo Rajan. So, who fought with whom? Bhagavan Krishna and Shankara. Then Pradyumna Guhayo, Krishna's elder son, Pradyumna with Lord Shiva's son, who is he? Guha. Guha means that Kartikeya Bhagavan, Subramanya, Shanmukam, Armugam, है ना, कुमार स्वामी, ओनली वन. उनके साथ प्रद्युम्न का युद्ध हुआ. देन कुंभांड कूपकर्णाभ्याम बलेन सह. सो कुंभांड कूपकर्णार द मेन मंत्री सब बाणासुरा, बलराम के साथ उनका लड़ाई. सांब से बाण पुत्रेण, द जांबवती पुत्र सांब विथ बाणासुरा's पुत्र. देन बाणासुरा himself fought with Satyaki. Yudhana Satyaki, very powerful of this Krishna Sainyam. He fought with Banasura. Then to see that Yuddha terrible, Brahma Adayaha, Brahmadi Devatas, Suradi Shaha, Indradi Devatas, Munayaha, the Vasishtadi are all the Rishi, Siddha, Charanaha, all Gandharva, Apsarasa, Yaksha, Vimanahi, Drashtumagaman. They took their own special jet flights and their own chartered planes. They all came to see. देखो हजारों साल पहले विमान में आए हैं लिखा है. So Vimanas are not new. Now we are aviation industry so much booming. In the American countries, so Delhi में airports and everywhere. I don't know how many thousands of flights every day take off. मैंने सुना पता नहीं 10,000 उड़ान भरता है पूरा अमेरिका हर दिन. छोटा नंबर नहीं हो 10,000. Huge. Now we are seeing, but तब भी इनके पास सकते हैं. Then Shankara Anucharan, all the Anuchara of the Shankara, Shankar के किंकर, the Shiva Gana, Rudra Gana जो भी है, शौरी ही Lord Krishna, Bhuta Pramata, who are they? Bhutas, Pramata, Guhyaka, Dakini, Yatudhana, Betala, Vinayaka, Preta, Matru, Pishacha, Ushmanda, Brahmarakshasa. To all of them, Dramayamasa, Tikshnagnehi Sharaihi, Sharanga Dhanushutahi. From the Sharanga Dhanu, such a terrible sharp arrows he was shooting, and they all were made to run away. The list of all Rudra Ganas who are given. Please remember, all of them are there, but not harmful. Only when we are very bad, creating too much bad to the world, then they do it. Otherwise, they are on their own different work as given by Lord Shiva. तो डरो मत इन सबका नाम सुनकर. Then उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि Lord Shiva also started shooting different astras on Krishna Bhagavan. Bhagavan Krishna also retaliated with equally powerful. What are they? Prutak Vidhani Prayunta Pinaki Astrani Sharangine. For the Sharangadhanu Shiva Krishna Pinaki Pinakadhanuvala Shivji has shot so many arrows. Okay. Pratyastrai Shamayamasa Sharangapani Avismir. Without any surprise, Lord was quietening all the arrows shot by Lord Shiva. What are they? Brahmastra Sija Brahmastra. When Shivji shot Brahmastra, Brahmos. And Lord Krishna also did it and utilized. So today our PM is in France. The deal for the remaining, what are they? Raffles, etc. is going on. Meeting for many other things. Then हर देश में जाकर युद्ध सामग्री लेके आ रहे हमारे प्रधान. अच्छी बात है. You have to be very secure. Because might is right nowadays. Otherwise UNESCO में NATO में किसी में हमको आने ही नहीं देते. Or in this one, the veto power वाले 5 देश. India is not less in anything. 140 crore population. What a terrific human resource. Today आप देखा Chandrayaan 3. I just watched all that minute by minute up to 20 minutes I saw. Till the final stage 3 or 4, that ejection of the thing, I put it in the orbit. On 30th August, it will land there. October or August. October. So then. What a beautiful thing India is doing. So India should have economy, so too the force also, the military force, everything. So too education. Then with culture and all. This is what the whole nation and world should grow in all aspects. India is doing well right now. We select the same good people, then keep growing. I'm talking about the weapons. So Shiva shot the Brahmastra, Bhagavan utilized it in that Brahmastra, Lord Krishna. Then Lord Shiva shot what next to Vayavya. Bhagavan Krishna, Parvatastra. Vayu को पर्वतास्त्र से रोक दिया. Then Agniyam, the Agniwala, Agni missile. Then Parjanya, the Varunastra, Lord Krishna has shot. Naijam. Then Shiva shot his own named astra called Pashupata, which Shiva gives to even Arjuna also. Bhagavan Vishnu has done Vaishnavastra. तो वैष्णवास्त्र पाशुपत को न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया. इन दिस वे फाइनली भगवान कृष्ण टुक एन अस्त्र. उसका है जृंभणास्त्र. Of this Shiva has no retaliation. So mohayitva tu girisham jrumbhanaastrena. Then he started doing jrumbhanam, yawning karte karte. For some time Lord Shiva slept. हार्म नहीं किया भगवान ने उनको. जृंभणास्त्र से सुला दिया. अच्छी बात है कि नहीं? एनेस्थीसिया दे दिया. Then बाणस्य प्रतनाम शौरिः जघान असि गदा इशुभिः. With his खड्गा, with his gada, with ana, the arrows, all the बाणका सैन्य जो 12 लाख होनी था, Lord Krishna started finishing them. In the meantime, Skandha, the Shiva Putra, He was fighting with Pradyumna. So Pradyumna Bana ho gahi Ardhyamana Samantataha. With the flow of the arrow shot by Pradyumna, he was beaten so much. This Skandha, he Asruk Vimunchan Gatrebhyaha, bleeding from all parts of the body. Shikina, sitting on his peacock, the vehicle, Abakramat Ranat, he ran away. The Senani Namaham Skandha. गीता में भगवान कहते हैं सेनानियों में स्कंद हूँ, पर यहाँ भगवान विष्णु का पुराण है, विष्णु का कहता है, विष्णु की महिमा है, तो विष्णु शुड बी सुप्रीम, विष्णु शुड बी द विक्टोरियस. Therefore, Vishnu Putra, Krishna Putra, Pradyumna defeated that Subramanya, he ran away. अपाक्रमत युद्धात, he ran away. Ranat. Then Kumbhanda को उपकरण का क्या हुआ कि पेतुर मुसला अर्दितौ, they were beaten by the musala by Balrama, they fell down, died only. Then Dudruta Anikani, Hatanatani Sartha. All the Sainyam, seeing that the leaders died, they ran away. Titar. Then Vishiryamanam Savalam Društva, seeing that his own strength is going away, Bana Atyamarshanaha, extreme anger, the Bana, Itva Satyakim, giving up the Satyaki with whom he was fighting, Krishnam Abhyavar Sankhya Rathi. On the chariot he came to Krishna to fight. Then Dhanushya Akrushya Yugabad Banaha Panchashatani Vai. Eki bar he has taken, because he has 1,000 hands, no, 500 arrow bows he has held. 500 बाण एक ही बार हाथ में लिया, धनु 500 the bows he has taken at one time. Then ekasmin ismin sharau do sandade. So in each of the dhanu he has put two arrows. So how many hands? 1,000. How many bows? 500. How many arrows? 1,000. Then Rana Durmadaha Tani Chicheda Bhagwan Dhanushi Yugavad Hari. All those 1,000 arrows in one go, Bhagwan Krishna has broken them. Oh, Sarathi was killed. Ratha was broken. Ashwan, also the horses were killed. Hatva Shankam Aborayat. He took his Panchajanya. He just blew the conch, just declaring the victory as if, oh, itne mein kya hua? He was not killed. Huh? His all hands were Tani Chicheda means all those 1,000 hands Bhagavan has cut much before he has shot the arrows. सिर्फ 4 हाथ जोड़कर 996 छोड़कर 996 भगवान काट देते of this Banasura. So Tan Mata Kotra, maybe wife of Bali and Banasur ki Mata, Nagna Mukta Shiroroha Puravataste Krishna se Putra Prana Raksha. To save her son, that Kotara comes in the Nagna Rupa in front of Krishna. Tata Tirya Mukha Nagnam Anirikshan Gadagya. How can Krishna see her? So he just shifted his attention. In the meantime, Banaha Tavad Virataha Chinna Dhanva Avishat Puram. So all the Dhanmana broken, hands broken, all the Ratha broken. Banasura took that chance and ran away to his own Ratha into his town Shonitapuram. Okay? Okay. Then what happened? Vidravite Bhutagane. When all the Bhutaganas ran away of Lord Shiva, Shiva was in Jrumbhanastra. Then Trishiraha Jarahatu Trishira and Tripat. That Jwara Shakti of Lord Shiva, who has got 3 heads and 3 legs, Abhyadavata Dasharham, came running towards Krishna to attack. Dahanniva Disho Dasha, burning as if all the 10 directions. So, Atha Narayana Deva, Lord Narayana is Krishna. What did he do? Tam Drushtva, he saw that Shiva Jwara is coming. Then Vyasat Yat Jwaram, he has shot his own Vaishnava Jwara, Shakti, to that Shiva Jwara to combat, fight. Then this Maheshwara Vaishnava Yudhate Jwara Uvau, to the Jwara Shaktis, the Shiva Jwara and Vishnu Jwara, they started fighting. Maheshwara and Vaishnava. Then Maheshwara Samakrandan Vaishnavena Bala Arduta. When Vaishnava Jwara attacked, the Maheshwara Jwara pura tired, exhausted, got all beatings. So Alabdha Avayam Anyatra. He could not go to Shiva because Shiva was sleeping. So he has nobody to give him Abhaya, Bhitaha, with fear that Maheshwara Jaraha, Sharanarthi, with Sharanagati, Rushikesham, Tushtava Prayatanjalihi, with folded hands in these 4 beautiful slokas, that Maheshwara Jwara does the stuti of Lord Krishna, asking for Kshama Karo, protect Karo. And what it is, tomorrow we will see. Thank you. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Bol Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Ha ha. Good that we are able to do the Shastra Adhyanam. May this sink into our hearts. create that required Viveka Vairagya, Bhakti Sharanagati, Tattva Chintana, Tattva Jnana, Tattva Anubhuti, and Mukti from the Ajnana, Jiva Bhava, Deha Tadatmya, unnecessary samsara in the world with Raga, Dvesha and Kama Krodha. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः स्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य प्राणाय पानव्यानुदानाय समानाय ब्रह्मणे ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्मविर् ब्रह्माग्नो ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव मध्ये मध्ये अमृतवायुमुत्तरावष्णस्तवादकृष्णाचं ताम्बूल नीराजनान् दर्शयामि. ओम नीलमेघश्याम कृष्ण नित्यगन् मोहन कृष्ण बाल गोपाल कृष्ण भव्यमङ्गलम् वेणुगानलोल वेदांत वेद्य नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्यमङ्गलम् भक्तजनाधार परमदयावार्ति मुक्तिसुन्दर गीतामृतदात परमयोगीश कृष्ण पार्थसाधरूप कृष्ण सर्वमङ्गलम् तत्र सूर्योपाचारणमेवायतमानसर्वज्ञे तमेव नारायणाय देवासुनमो अमर श्री गीताचार्य ओ श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय. श्री वेदव्यास सुखदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. बोलो भाई समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. भागवत पुराण महाशास्त्र की जय. Thank you friends. Up to 21st we'll have the classes on this 12th Skandha. 10th will continue for 20 more days or so. So just be with me. Let us enjoy studying our Shastras and allow the Lord to enter us and protect us. Thank you. Okay. Come back in 5 minutes for the study of Adhyatma Ramayana for some time. Om.